morning, yogis. Kristen Kavanagh here. It's Saturday morning here in Seaside on March 28th. I'm going to jump right in today. We're going to do a 45-minute Vinyasa flow, which is what a lot of you are calling for right now from home. I will get into the studio later this week to do some shorter and more gentle sequences. I'm going to do a yin class this week, midweek, and next weekend I want to start into a chakra series. I have a Vinyasa sequence, set of sequences that's based around the chakras, so next weekend I will start getting into recording some of those. But for now, let's go ahead and come into your mat, into Vajrasana or Hero's pose, seated on your heels. And we'll just do a little bit of a basic warm-up. We're not going to spend too much time in seated today. So sit up nice and tall. If this is too much in your knees, you can go ahead and come into a comfortable cross-legged seat, and you'll get just the same experience there. Let's go ahead and just start by rolling the shoulders. Let's take one at a time, starting to connect breath with movement. Clearing out some of the stagnant energy, getting the energy moving through the body. Whether you're just waking up or if you've been sitting all day and just need to get some blood flowing here. Let's take the shoulders from back to front. And then inhale, shrug the shoulders up to the ears, nice and high. Shrug them up even higher. Take a big breath in. And with the exhale, roll them down and back. Let's take the arms up to the sky. Drop hands to opposite elbows. Inhale, reach up through the elbows and then fold over to the right. 2 deep breaths, stretching through the side body. And then inhale up to center and exhale, fold over to the left. 2 big breaths. Inhale up to center, let your arms float down to your sides, make your way onto hands and knees, spread out the hands nice and wide. And let's take some head rolls here. So let's just take the head around in one direction, letting the rest of your body move and flow with you, and connecting breath with movement. And then take it the other direction. Let's take 2 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, belly sinks, chin and tailbone lift, big stretch. And then on the exhale, press the spine to the sky, tuck the chin to the chest. 1 more cycle. Inhale, belly sinks, chin and tailbone lift. Exhale, spine reaches and rounds. Come back to a neutral position. Let's pop into puppy pose here, letting the upper body fold down, heart melts to the earth. Or toward the earth, rather. Deep breath in, deep sigh out. Start making your way back up to hands and knees. Spread the hands out wide, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Come into your first downward facing dog. Let's pedal out the feet a few times, stretching through the calves, into the Achilles and the hamstrings. Bend that right knee a lot. Press your left heel to the earth, toward the earth. And then bend your left knee a lot. Press your right heel toward the earth. Bend both knees, look at your hands, and make your way to the top of the mat. Line up your feet to parallel and hip width apart, energetically lifting through the arches. Inhale, lift the head and the heart flat back. Exhale, try to melt your heart to touch your thighs. Let your head hang like a bowling ball. Reach for opposite elbows. Nod yes, shake no. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let the arms release, slowly ragdoll roll to the top of your body. And take a moment to find a strong, supported, rooted, grounded Tadasana while I adjust my angles here. So with your feet parallel and hip width apart, reaching up through the arches of your feet, take a couple of deep breaths, engaging the core, rooting through the earth. Let me give myself a little bit more headroom here. There we go. And let's take it through our first vinyasa. On an inhale, circle sweep the arms to the sky. Big range of motion, big deep inhale. Exhale, dive down over the legs. Inhale, lift head and heart to a flat back. Nice stretch through the shoulders. Exhale, release, plant your hands, step back to a plank position. You can take it through chaturanga here, coming into your low plank. You can drop the knees coming down to your belly. Inhale, choose your back bend, either cobra or press to upward facing dog. Take a big breath in, and on an exhale, press back, downward facing dog. 2 big breaths here. Warming up the body. Bend the knees, look at your hands, walk or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift the head and the heart, flat back. Exhale, melt toward the earth. Inhale, circle sweep the arms. Exhale, bring it back to center. Let's take another one just like that with a little more flow. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, dive in. Inhale, lift to half back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step or hop to plank. Lower down through your vinyasa. Inhale, scoop into your back bend. Exhale into your downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Bend the knees, look at your hands, step forward. Inhale, sweep the arms. We're going to take it through 2 more cycles. Feel free to find your own rhythm, your own pace. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Step to plank. Move through your vinyasa. Allowing your breath to carry your movement. Using an exhale to press back to down, down. Bend your knees, look at your hands, step up. Sweep the arms to the sky. And let's take it through 1 more round. Maybe closing the eyes, trying to find that state of moving meditation where the only thing moving through your mind is the quality of your breath and the movement of your body. Inhaling to your back bend. Exhaling to your downward dog. Bend your knees, step to the top of your mat. Sweep the arms to the sky. Let's meet with hands at heart center, thumbs at the sternum. Take a moment, check in. Notice the impact of that initial movement on your body. Maybe there's a little more heat. Those vinyasas are great for a whole body warm-up. Maybe the heart's beating a little faster. And that was our basic Sun Salutation A. Let's go ahead and move through a few rounds of Sun Salutation B. We're going to drop the fingertips toward the earth, scooping low into a chair pose. Pull the navel back toward the spine. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, dive over the legs. Inhale, lift head and heart flat back. Exhale, fold, step or hop to plank. Move through vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Big breaths. From downward dog, we're going to pull the right knee into the chest as close as you can, and then bring it a little bit closer, stepping that right foot through. Pivot the back heel down, rise up, warrior 1. Warrior 1, biceps to the ears, navel pulls towards spine. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, release the hands to the earth. Step back to plank, move through vinyasa. Following the breath, inhaling to back bend, exhaling to downward dog. From here, pull the left knee into your chest. Pull it forward even further, stepping the foot through. Pivot the back heel. Rise up, warrior 1. Anchor the pose. Find your presence in the pose. Big breath in. On the exhale, release the pose. Step back to plank. Flow through vinyasa. Inhaling to back bend, exhaling to downward dog. Bend your knees, look at your hands, walk or hop to the top of your mat. Drop your fingertips to the earth, drop into chair pose. Pulling navel to spine, inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring it back. Take a moment, check in. We'll do another round of Sun B, scoop in, sit low, chair pose. Finding a little bit more flow this round. Take a big breath in, on the exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold, step or hop to plank, move through vinyasa. From downward dog, step the right foot between the hands, pivot the back heel. Inhale, warrior one, anchor the pose, and then release the pose. Step to plank, flow through vinyasa. Finding your own rhythm, your own pace, following your breath. Pull the left foot between the hands. Pivot the back heel, rise up, warrior one. Anchor the pose and release the pose. Step back to plank, go through vinyasa. Bend your knees, look at your hands, walk up. Inhale, sweep the arms. Sorry, we forgot our chair pose. Drop in, sit low, chair pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to center. Take a moment, close the eyes, breathe. Slow the heartbeat by slowing the breath. Feet to hip width apart, hands to your waist. On the inhale, lean back. Find a back bend that feels good in your body and hang there for a moment. Take a big breath in, deepen the back bend. On the exhale, fold over the legs. Take hold of the yogi toe lock. Index, middle finger, and thumb around the big toes. Inhale, peel the heart open, flat back. Exhale, fold down into the stretch. Elbows out to the sides. Head hangs like a bowling ball at the end of the neck. Several big deep breaths here. Feel that release in the low back. Feel the release in the upper back and in the neck. And then we're going to place the hands on the earth. Leave your right hand down, bend that right knee a lot, and open up the left arm to the sky. Gazing up at those fingertips, breathe into the chest. Take a big inhale, and on the exhale, release that hand. Left knee bends, left hand down, right arm reaches to the sky. Big inhale into the chest. Exhale, release the right hand. Inhale, lift to half back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step to plank. And let's flow through a nice slow flow of vinyasa here. Guided by the movement of the breath, inhaling to back bend. Exhaling to downward dog. Let's take 4 breaths in down dog or child's pose. Let's all meet in downward facing dog. And we're going to pull the right knee into the chest. We're going to hover there for a moment, working the core. Bring that knee a little bit closer, and then step the foot through. We're going to bend that back knee a lot, maybe shorten up your stance, engage your core, and let's try bringing the hips to the hands to the hips as you come up into crescent pose. Find a focal point for your gaze. Once you're steady here, bring your hands to your heart. Start straightening out that back leg, opening the hip, and deepen the lunge. Send your arms to the sky. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press the palms together. Open up the chest. Keep lifting that back thigh up to the sky. Engage your core to stay steady. Bend that back knee a little bit and rotate back up all the way, full crescent pose. Take a big breath in, and on your exhale, drop that back knee down, shifting forward into the hips. Anjaneyasana. Lift through the heart, little back bend. And then release the hands down onto the ground. We've got nice warm muscles, so let's pop back into a half split. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, melt toward the thigh. Those pinky toes are drawing back towards your body. And let's take both hands to the outside of that right leg. Inhale, lift the heart again. Exhale, melt in a little deeper. Reframe the front leg. Sweep the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, release the hands. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, full lunge. From here, we're going to walk the hands around, pivot that back heel, wide leg fold. Inhale, lift head and heart, flat back. Exhale, melt deep into the legs. Try to line up your fingertips with the tips of your toes. Inhale, lift the head and heart again, flat back. Exhale, see if you can fold a little bit deeper. So in this pose, we want even pressure through all four corners of both feet. We're lifting a little bit through the arches, and the neck is soft. We're going to walk the right hand over near the left foot or to the ankle, and then take the left arm up to the sky, big twist. Take a big inhale. Exhale, release that left hand over to the right side of your mat and take the right arm up to the sky. Take a really big breath in. On the exhale, release that hand down. We're going to come over into the left leg. We're going to pop the right toes up off the ground and stretch deep into the inner thighs. Take a couple breaths here. And then we're going to inhale up through center, exhale to the opposite side. Stretch here. We're going to flow with this a couple times. We're going to inhale up through center, exhale to the left. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. Maybe close your eyes or use different arms for this last round. You can try bringing hands to heart center and moving through. One more time over to the right. And then we're going to pivot toward the front. Frame that front foot, step to plank, move through Vinyasa. As you arrive to down dog, take another low flow Vinyasa. Inhale, rocking forward to plank. Lowering down, coming through again. Still building heat in the body. 3 breaths in downward facing dog or child's pose. We're going to take the same sequence to the other side. We're going to pull the left knee into your chest, hover there, working the core. We're going to pull it a little bit closer and then step that left foot through between the hands. We're going to bend the back knee a lot, maybe shortening up the stance, and bring your hands to your waist as you find your steadiness in crescent pose. Find a focal point for your gaze. Bring your hands to your heart center. Start straightening out the back leg and deepening into the lunge. Extend your arms to the sky. Full crescent. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, pull your hands to your heart and twist the right elbow outside the left knee. Staying steady by rooting into the feet, engaging through the core, and lifting the heart. Breathe. On the next inhale, pivot back toward the front of the room, extend the arms, find your balance. Big breath in, on the exhale, drop the back knee. Shift forward into the hips, lift through the heart, little lean back, inhale. And on the exhale, release the hands down. Rock back, half split. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, melt toward the thigh. Slow the heart rate by slowing the breath. It's a good technique for us off the mat as well. The heart starts to race, slowing the breath. Walk the hands to the outside of that left leg. Inhale, lift open the heart. Exhale, melt toward the thigh. Reframe the front leg. Inhale, shift forward into the hips. Sweep the arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. And exhale, release the hands down. Pivot the back, or rather tuck the back toes. Lift that back leg. Pivot the back heel to the ground. This time stand all the way up in your wide-legged stance. Interlace your fingers behind you. Pull the heart open. Inhale. Exhale, fold down over the legs. Let the head drop. Eyes closed. Face soft. Use your arms and your core to pull you back up. If you want a little back bend here, lean back, open the chest, come back to neutral spine. Release the hands, drop over into the right leg, pop those left toes up. Stretching to that left inner thigh. Inhale up through center, exhale over to the left. I guess we're not mirroring anymore, so we're all on the right side now. Inhale, let's come through the flow. So inhale to center, exhale to the side. Inhale to center, exhale to the other side. I won't pretend to know if we're on right or left now. Inhale to center, exhale over to the side. Last one, inhale through center. Exhale, let's reframe that left foot, lift through the heart. Drop the back knee, sweep the arms to the sky. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, release the hands. Make your way through to Vinyasa. Lowering down, scooping with the inhale, exhaling to downward dog. From down dog, rock forward to plank again. Lower down, take it through. Let's all rock forward to a lazy up dog, laying the legs down, spreading out across the chest. A little bit of rock and sway, stretching into the abdominals. And then take the knees wide, arms long, child's pose. If you need to roll out the wrists here, roll them out. Let's rest here for 5 full breaths. And bring down the heart rate by slowing down the breath. Notice the warmth and the heat that you've built in your body. Notice how you feel energetically. One more deep inhale and exhale in child's pose. And then let's thread the right arm underneath the left arm, right cheek comes down. Breathing deeply into the belly, the rib cage, the chest, remembering just how big the lungs are and filling all that capacity for breath. Let's take about 3 more breaths here. And then we'll switch it over to the other side. Tuck that left arm underneath. Notice if the heart rate has slowed. Filling up all that capacity in the lungs with your breath. Last big inhale and exhale. Send both arms forward. Make your way up to hero pose again, the way that we started our class this morning. Let's just take a moment to recenter. Sitting up tall, noticing the alignment of the spine, maybe some rolls in the shoulders, whatever feels good here. Let's take one really big breath in and out. Roll over to the right side and send your feet out in front of you. Let's bend the knees a little bit until you can reach the toes, either with the yogi toe lock or just taking the fingers over the tops of the toes. Inhale, pull the chest forward, and on your exhale, melt your heart down toward your thighs, soften the back of your neck, close your eyes, relax your face, and we'll be here for 5 breaths. Using that nice long hold to release whatever thoughts are running through the mind, to feel the release in the low back, that nice juicy stretch into the hamstrings. And this pose also tends to relax the mind a little bit. One more inhale and exhale. And then we're going to release the hands from the feet. Take both hands behind you, about 4 arms distance back with your fingers pointing at you. On the inhale, press into the heels, lift into the hips, point the toes, open up broad across the chest, and let the head hang back to a point that's comfortable in your neck. Breathe. Take a big inhale. Exhale, lower the hips down, bring your chin toward your chest. Slide the soles of your feet together and scoot up close to your heels. Snuggle into that stretch for a moment. Take a big breath in, root through the sits bones, lift into the chest, and then exhale, meet your sternum toward the arches of your feet. Soften the back of the neck, snuggle in again. Soften the face and the jaw. Stretch and breathe. Noticing the warmth in the muscles. Inhale, come up. Hands behind you, fingers pointing at you. Open up your chest. Let your head hang back. Open up your mouth. And take a couple big cleansing, clearing breaths in through the throat chakra. The throat chakra is that center for voice and truth in your body. And breathe into your heart chakra, that center for love and intuition in your body. One more. Drag your chin toward your chest. Slide your feet forward, bring your hips up to meet your heels, and then lay onto your back into Supta Baddha Konasana. Tucking the shoulder blades together underneath you, lifting through the chest, take a deep breath in, and then let your entire body weight melt into the earth. I'm going to have to assume you can still see me on the camera. If you can't, just listen to my cues. 2 more big breaths here. On the next inhale, draw your knees together, hug them into your chest. Hook your right thigh over your left thigh, and then draw your knees in again, stretching deep into the hip flexors. From here, we're going to keep the legs as they are. We're just going to drop them over to the left side. Use your left hand to anchor your knees to the earth. Open the right arm out. 3 breaths. On the next inhale, bring your knees to center, unhook the legs, center the hips if you need to. Hook left over right and draw the knees into the chest. Softening into the hip flexors. And then drop those crossed knees over to the right. Extend the left arm out to the side, stretching into the shoulder and across the chest. Gaze to the left, completing the twist up into the neck, and breathe. On the next inhale, draw your knees back to center. If there's any last pose you'd like before Shavasana, take it here. Otherwise, go ahead and make your way down onto your back. Taking up a little bit of space on your mat. Palms open to the sky and an external rotation of the shoulders. Take one last really big breath in, and with this exhale, release all control over your breath, over your body, and over your mind. Softening the core muscles in the front and back of the body. Relax the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands. Soften across the shoulders and through the chest, up into the throat and the neck. Relax your chin, your teeth, your tongue, your jaw. Soften into your cheeks and the muscles behind your eyes. Relax across the forehead and through the scalp. Finally, release any and all thought from your mind, coming into your conscious state of relaxation for Shavasana. Start to bring awareness back to your breathing. Paying attention to how your lungs are moving with breath, how they feel as they move with breath, how they expand and fill, bringing them all the way to capacity, and then emptying them completely before taking in your next breath. Enjoying that sensation, being grateful of the sensation of your breath in your body. And now start to expand your awareness into your physical body by moving your fingers and toes, your wrists and your ankles. If you'd like a big stretch, reach your arms back and your feet forward, reaching for opposite walls. Big breath in. And as you exhale, pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug, a little last stretch into the hip flexors. Maybe a rock side to side, maybe a circle around with the knees one direction and then the other. And when you're ready, start making your way up to a seated position. As you arrive to a seated position, root down through the sits bones, sit up tall into the spine, noticing your alignment, roll the shoulders back. Lift through the crown, drop into your heart center. As you were in Shavasana, I was chanting for Ganesha, Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Ganesha, the placer and remover of obstacles in our lives. I invite you today to look at and consider the obstacles that have been placed in your path, the obstacles that have been removed from your path, and to consider how you have learned and grown from those experiences. And maybe today, finding the path of least resistance, finding your flow. Take one last deep breath into the heart center. With your exhale, release any last energy you don't need to be carrying around. Thank you for joining me here today in Seaside Yoga's Self-Care Clubhouse. Namaste.